Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. This time we are looking at CEI. I spoke a little bit about this one yesterday. I did say that I did anticipate a sell-off coming for the stock, but not even I could have imagined what we have seen today. We're down by 53% almost. The question for tonight's video is what the hell has happened with CEI? Why has it dropped by such an extraordinary amount? Well, we're looking at the facts in this video and that sort of stuff. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe, but do remember, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. If you want to get financial advice, go to your financial advisor and make sure you are 100% informed as to what you are doing when investing, so you do not end up in situations where you are down by 50+% on the one day. But we're going to be getting into all of that in this video. Make sure to give it a like and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. But a few things to speak about before we do fully enter. Of course, I've just done the disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor anyway, but one more thing that I want to talk about is, yes, in yesterday's video I was pretty bearish on this stock. I did say I anticipated a sell-off, and I probably may refer to that a little bit in this video, but by no means, guys, am I trying to say I told you so. I'm not an expert, I don't get it right all the time. In this instance, I happen to get it right, and that doesn't really mean anything. You know, if I got it wrong, we wouldn't be celebrating that either, so please do not think that I'm being smug by saying, you know, I thought it was going to sell off, because I'm absolutely not doing that. I'm just giving my opinion and looking in retrospect at what we saw yesterday. So please do understand that before you leave negative comments based on what I am saying. But we're going to have a look now, and we're going to do the technical analysis first, and then we'll actually break into why this has happened, because I think that will this time be the longer part of the video. So CEI on the one day, just to sum things up very quickly, very low RSI, sat at 40, very low MACD, which is actually quite negative right now, as you may expect, crossing down. On the one day, by the way, we are definitely coming up from those lows of the day, which is really good. Right now, we could definitely be seeing a little bit more upwards momentum, but it is still unclear, so could go either way as of current, but we do still have a while to go until the market does close. 5-day data is going to be more inclusive now, giving us a RSI of 44. We're seeing a bearish trend on the MACD so far. On the 1 month, you can see that we are down to 44 on the RSI. We were literally at 70 a day or two ago, if not 80, and we've fallen big since then. And the MACD trend has become extremely bearish very quickly after this big long candle. And you can see now we are actually touching the 50-day moving average, as you may expect. So let's see a few things that we have seen so far. We are definitely a little bit away from the lows of the day, which is good. As I have said, we are coming up from there, so we're seeing a wick sticking out of the candle. But that's not really what I want to focus on today. The technical analysis will only take us so far. Perhaps we'll refer back to it in a moment. But what I want to speak about this time is why and what next, and what this ultimately means for penny stocks and, you know, these speculative stocks, and what I would be doing going forwards, because this, in my opinion, should be a wake-up call in a way, because it has taught us a lot of things, in my opinion. So first things first, I want to focus on why this may have happened. And again, nobody can say for sure, it's all speculation, but what I'm coming from is this information from Kerrisdale Capital. Now, Kerrisdale Capital has about 65k followers. They're followed by iHor, which you all know is our man who speaks about a lot of these sorts of stocks. And they actually posted 4 hours ago saying that they are short on this stock, basically. They said that they have a few things that they want to point out, such as death spiral financing, a fake CFO, delinquent filings, fired auditors 3 weeks ago, insolvent energy and assets, and the saddest family of entrepreneurs in the clean tech vaporware space. Yikes. We can see that's a lot to break down, but really it's overwhelmingly bearish, and it's really pointing at things in a negative light. Now, I think the whole concept that a lot of people are agreeing to at the moment is that it's possible that this could have scared away a lot of retail investors. I think that's absolutely possibly the case. You know, people do see these things and do pay attention to them, but that may not always be the best thing for reasons which I will get into in a moment. Now, other people think that this could be a potential short attack as well, you know, potentially based off that or other factors as well. Also not impossible, but you know, it is still 50-50, and either way I would be trading cautiously with this stock at the moment anyway. I would have been doing so even if we hadn't seen this crash today, for reasons which I'll get into in just a moment. But I want to focus first on the tweet from Kerrisdale Capital and what this will mean for retail. So, from what I can tell with CEI, you know, I only started really looking into it too much yesterday, but from what I can tell, this is not a fundamental play. People were seeing this as a momentum play slash short squeeze play, and you know what, that's completely fine. We're seeing a lot of reasonable, perfectly fine short squeeze plays along the way. We've seen a lot of people make money on a few of these, even momentum plays as well, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, that this stock is one of these plays. But, you know, we are definitely not looking at this one from a fundamental angle right now. And I think when people get scared from the fundamentals being quite negative, it just shows us that people's strategy isn't necessarily the best thought out. And I understand it, guys, every single time, you know, every 3 months or so, perhaps even less, we have a new trend on the market. This year we've had things like SPAC stocks at the beginning of the year, then we had penny stocks, then we had cryptos. Now it appears to be these short squeeze / momentum stocks that people are focusing on, and that's completely fine. You know, there is money to be made in this sector, that's completely fine. However, I do not think every single one of these stocks is going to give everybody a good return, and more so with these momentum stocks or even these low popularity short squeeze stocks. I think they are quite risky. Actually, I think they're very risky because, you know, with AMC, for example, GME as well, the community have tested themselves, you know, over time, and even if this stock here with CEI was going to do particularly well, I would still have waited a day or two because, you know, we have seen a massive push up in like 5 days. I wanted to see what was going to come next, and unfortunately we have seen a drop. So, you know, if you were looking to get into the stock, potentially now could be the time to do so. But either way, like I said, I would be treading cautiously. But on the one hand, you know, this potentially could be a much better price because we have now had that sell-off happen. Whether we see a bit more of a drop tomorrow, I think it is absolutely likely, as people do kind of see their positions in their accounts, as it is still quite early in the United States. A lot of people will probably be in work and not have the opportunity to check their devices, which will show them their share prices. So that definitely could reflect in tomorrow's session, and we could see a bit more of a drop. Or alternatively, we could see a pretty flat session, if not a little bit of growth. Now, I know that sounds a bit 50-50, but ultimately I am still thinking that this one could see a bit more of a drop tomorrow. I think even if we do see growth, it's going to be nothing in comparison to what we have seen today, unfortunately. I'm not trying to say this in a completely blind bearish way. I'm not bearish on the stock just because I hate it. What we usually do on the channel is look at stocks which are trying to make money. What I've been doing in the past week or so is looking at stocks trying to stop losing money, in the sense that, you know, we've seen so many of these stocks shoot up so quickly, and it does make me quite apprehensive. And I think this, unfortunately, it does hurt, it definitely does, but I think this is something which people should look at now and probably should assess their investment strategy. Unfortunately, guys, we have all been there. We've all seen big losses in our account. It's something that is inevitable in trading, especially in the early you know, weeks, months if even of trading. It's something that we all see, we all experience losses. However, I think people really need to look at where they are right now. Again, I am definitely in for short squeeze plays. I hold a big position in AMC, but I'm definitely not going to be in all of these short squeeze plays because in my position, in my portfolio, there is only enough room for one short squeeze play. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is, I'm not trying to be bearish, I'm not trying to say I told you so. I hope that you can understand that, but what I'm trying to say is we need to think very carefully about what we do next as retail investors, because this definitely could, or at least potentially even should, change the way we think about stocks going forwards, especially the stocks which are more speculative. So definitely keep an eye out, guys. I hope that you guys are still all okay. Tell me about your positions down below. What are you going to do with CEI? I cannot even tell you what I would do in this position, as it is so 50-50. Personally, if I was down this much, I may just wait it out a little bit and see what happens, but again, I am not a financial advisor and I'm definitely not giving anybody advice because this position is absolutely dire at the moment and who knows what is going to come next. So it's a real shame for the stock right now. I hope that we can see some more growth soon, but the potential of us getting back up to $4 relatively soon, I unfortunately think it is quite unlikely. Tell me your opinions down below. Like I said, if you have a completely different opinion to me, that's fine. Drop me a comment as well. I hope that I am wrong. I hope that this stock shoots up and I hope everybody gets their money back, of course. But you know, I wasn't a big fan of this stock in the beginning and I still am not the biggest fan of it. Again, I hope the data does prove me wrong, and if the data does change, my opinion will change as well. Even if I was looking to get into the stock though, I would leave it a little bit just to see what does happen going forwards, and that's just how I would play this one. Not financial advice, just my personal opinion, I must stress that, but thank you for watching. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.